And with all my broadcast family and friends, I just hope that the eyes of your understanding be enlightened. Okay. But this year's theme for Sexual Assault Awareness Month is I ask, because asking for consent, it's a very healthy, it's normal, and it's a natural part of every sexual encounter. Okay. So it's very important that we ask. Okay. And, basically what asking is talking about consent. And consent is a normal and is a very necessary part of sex. And it's a skill. It's a skill. And you get better as you practice, just like any and everything in life. Now, today's title, what we're going to be speaking about specifically is Denim Day. Denim Day. Now, Denim Day is, okay, let me just share what Denim Day is all about. Okay, Denim Day is, okay, what Denim Day is, okay, here we go. Denim Day is always in the month of April. And what we do is we wear jeans to raise awareness of rape and sexual assault. It's always on a Wednesday in the month of April. Now, Denim Day began back in 1999 as an international protest. Okay, it was an international protest that started back in 1999. You see, what happened is the Italian Supreme Court, it dismissed charges against a 45-year-old rape suspect because his 18-year-old victim was wearing jeans at the time of the attack. Now, how absurd is that? The rape conviction was overturned. It got overturned because the justices felt that since the victim was wearing tight jeans, that she must have helped the perpetrator take them off. Just crazy. Now, the following day, the women in the Italian parliament, they came to work wearing jeans in solidarity with the victim, Okay, so that's why today specifically, April the 29th in 2020 actually is Denim Day. Okay, so that's why I'm talking about it on Denim Day. This is a website that you can actually go to get more information about Denim Day, denimdayinfo.org. Now, you might be watching me and you're saying, Anthony, you're always so positive and inspirational and motivational. This is such a gloomy or dark subject matter, but unfortunately, it's real. Because what you got to understand, my friends, is that 1 in 4, okay, 1 in 4 people before the age of 18 will be sexually assaulted or raped. 1 in 4. I watched this show on the OWN network, the Oprah Winfrey Network, called Love Goals. It comes on Saturdays, and I think the live broadcast is at 9 p.m. on Saturdays. But, go back and watch it on demand. It's amazing. There's this therapist called Spirit. Yeah, that's her name. She is the bomb. And for any of you that may know Spirit or have access to Spirit, tell her to holler at your boy. If they want a life coach or someone that's going to help the guests and the couples be the absolute best version of themselves, I'm that guy. But on Love Goals, okay, this, hey, how you doing, Tony? Thank you so much for joining us. But on Love Goals, there's basically 5 couples. And some of them are married, some of them are engaged, some of them aren't even together as a couple, but they're co-parenting. But of the 5 couples, 5 of the 5 women have been molested as young girls. Okay, 5 of the 5. Now, some of them were, the uncle. Some of them were opposite sex, which means it was men. But one of the young ladies that was sexually molested, it was her babysitter, which was a woman. So it was the same gender. Coolio, he and his longtime girlfriend on the show, and he shared it as a young boy. His auntie molested him. She had him, licking her in certain places and things of that nature. And so this is very real. That 1 in 4 stat, I personally feel that is accounted for or underestimated, because rape and sexual assault is actually the most underreported crime in the world. And so a lot of people just deal with it in anger, and they never come forth. They never tell. All right. And so hopefully after watching my broadcast today, if you are a survivor, if you are a victim, you will get the courage to talk about it at a minimum and, get some help. Now, 90% of the time, okay, the victim actually knows the perpetrator. It could be a family member, your mama, your daddy, brother, sister, uncle, cousin. It could be a coach. It could be a pastor, priest, family friend, babysitter. I just shared some examples from Love Goals. 9 out of 10 times the perpetrator is someone that you will know. I remember growing up, I'm 51 years young, and they had this catchphrase of stranger danger. Don't go up to strangers. Don't open the door for strangers. It's always this stranger danger stuff. But in reality, when we're talking about sexual assault and rape and things of that nature, more often than not, it is someone that you're going to know. Okay. And one of the things I want us to understand is when it comes to this topic or this subject matter, we oftentimes use the term good touch, bad touch, good touch, bad touch. Don't say that, because in reality, that touch can feel good. That touch can feel good. Okay, so the survivor, the victim, they're torn now because they're saying, well, if this is so bad, why does it feel good? In last week's broadcast, I shared how as a young boy, when I was about 12 or 13 years of age, my karate instructor, he tried me, and he was married. He had a 4-year-old son, and we'd have tournaments and things on the weekends. Everybody sleep out in the living room on the couch, and he'd come out and try to touch me. And I would basically be like, hey, you need to go back in the room with your wife. And he would say different things. He'd be like, well, if you let me do this, if you let me touch you there, if you let me suck this and do this, it'll feel good. And I, was very advanced, thank God, for my age at the time. And I'd be like, hey, I can touch myself and it'll feel good, and that is the reality. And so these perpetrators, they kind of use that to that advantage, and it's so confusing, especially if the individual is going through puberty. You see, God has created our bodies, family and friends, in such a amazing way that when certain areas are touched, certain areas are stimulated, licked, whatever whatever you do, the body reacts. The body will respond. Okay, and so that's where the confusion comes in. It's like, gosh, well, if this is bad, why is my penis erect? Why does my penis get hard? If this is so bad, why am I wet down there? Why is there moisture accumulating when they touch me? If this is so bad, okay, so that's where the confusion comes in. All right, so get away from this good touch, bad touch, phraseology. Say inappropriate, say wrong touch. All right, because again, it really can confuse the victim. It can really confuse the survivor in regards to what's right and what's wrong. I have friends on every end of the coin. I have heterosexual friends. I have homosexual friends. You name it. I have friends. They're people just like you and I. But what's interesting, I just want to share something about one of my friends, and God just discerned, he's a gay man, but God discerned and showed me, what happened to him as a little boy. And his father, molested him and things of that nature. And, when I spoke to him about it, he denied it. He wouldn't, admit that that's something that happened, which is okay. And that could be a defense mechanism for him. But what's interesting is the other brother, which the father also did things to, he ended up being very defiant, criminal activity, got put in jail, things of that nature. And so I share that story to say that we all react differently to trauma. Okay, there's not necessarily a right or wrong way. These are coping mechanisms. These are defense drills that we all encompass as human beings because we're created to survive. We're created to get through, to get past whatever that situation, whatever that dynamic is. Okay, so just be very mindful. All right, so I see my man, one of the Spanish River Sharks finest, Scott Schry. Hey man, you the bomb too, bro. I love you to life, man. You're fantastic as well. Tony Holiday, Win the Next Day. Again, thank you so much for joining. And I know there's some of you that are watching me right now that you haven't chimed in, and that's okay. All my broadcasts, most of my viewers and supporters, they watch the rebroadcast. They may not watch it live, and that's okay. But I want to end by giving you all some resources, because again, today is Denim Day. But there's the Rape, Abuse, Incest, and National Network, or RAIN. Okay, their phone number and website is 1-800-656-HOPE, 1-800-656-HOPE, 4673. Okay, they have trained staff that are available 24/7. Another resource for you and yours is the National Sexual Violence Resource Center. Okay, National Sexual Violence Resource Center. This is their phone number and web address: 877-739-3895, nsvrc.org. Another great organization is the Florida Council Against Sexual Violence. I actually sat on their board for several years. They do some amazing work. They're very instrumental in getting rid of the statute of limitations, because when it comes to sexual assault and rape, it's different depending on the states. And generally speaking, there's a 72-hour limit, for reporting the incident, and an 8-year time frame. And so one of the things that we did when I sat on the board for the Florida Council Against Sexual Violence is we're like, hey, why should there be a limit? Because there's not a limit to the pain. There's not a limit to the trauma. There's not a limit to the memories. So why should there be a limit to prosecute those perpetrators? And so, that's one of the things that we worked on back in the day. So again, heads up, kudos, I should say, to Florida Council Against Sexual Violence. Another one is the National Sexual Violence Resource Center. I think I did that one already. I'm not sure. Okay, and then Love is Respect. Okay, this is a dating abuse helpline. This is a dating abuse helpline. And this is their phone number, 866-331-9474. You can also text Love Is. Text Love Is to 22522. Okay, text 22522. Now, if we don't have any questions or comments, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up and conclude this episode of Wake Up Wednesdays. Today is Denim Day. I want you to know that we believe you. It's not your fault. You're not alone. Just get some help. You may say, well, Anthony, it happened when I was just a little boy or just a little girl. And why bring it up? Because when you sweep things up underneath the rug, listen to me now. When you sweep things up underneath the rug, they have a tendency to coming up from up underneath that rug at inopportune times. You may say, well, Anthony, you can't change what happened to me. You're absolutely correct. I wish I could. I wish I had that ability. I can't, go back and take that pain away and, change those memories. Unfortunately, I can't. Okay. But speaking about things is oftentimes very therapeutic. A lot of the ailments, the very sicknesses that individuals face is due to emotional pain and trauma that they never talked about. So find a therapist, call those organizations, log onto those websites. There is help. We believe you. And if anybody comes to you saying, Uncle Johnny or, Auntie this or my mom, my dad, start by believing. That's the starting spot. Start by believing. You may say, well, Anthony, people lie. Yeah, people lie. Some people do lie, but when it comes to this, it's very low percentage of being lying or lying or being untruthful. All right, so start by believing. Know that it wasn't your fault. Know that you're not alone, and get some help. All right, let me just close, give you my contact information. Make sure you share this video. Today is Denim Day, 320-287-2 uplift, 387-287-5438. Look, tongue tied. Okay, this is my website, Inspiration Station, the number 2.com. Anthony Inspiration Station, the number 2.com is my email address. I'm on Instagram, Anthony Henderson, the number 2. I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook. Just search Inspiration Station. I'll pop right on up. But again, today is Denim Day. Today is Denim Day. So again, make sure that you wear you some denim. Okay, wear some denim. Wear some jeans. I got on my jeans shirt and I got on some blue jeans. All right, so make a social statement with your fashion statement. Wear some jeans with a purpose. I'm Anthony Henderson, speaker extraordinaire. I'm Linda D's firstborn son. Reminding you that life is God's gift to you. What you do with that life is your gift to God. Thanks for watching, family. Share this video. Peace.